Hey everyone, I'm Sarah, and welcome to Native Speakers. I've been teaching English for over 8 years, and I absolutely love helping people communicate confidently in real-world situations.
And I'm Johnny. I spent 10 years working in customer service before becoming an English coach, so I know exactly what phrases work and which ones, well, let's just say I've made every mistake in the book so you don't have to.
Today, we're diving deep into customer service English, the phrases, the tone, and the secrets to handling any customer situation like a pro.
Whether you're working at a hotel, restaurant, retail store, call center, or anywhere you interact with customers, this lesson is for you. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started.
All right, Johnny, let's start with the absolute basics. When a customer walks into your store or calls your company, what's the very first thing you should say?
Great question, Sarah. The greeting is everything. It sets the entire tone for the interaction. I always started with something warm and welcoming. For example, "Good morning. Welcome to Sunrise Cafe. How can I help you today?"
Perfect. Notice how Johnny used 3 key elements there. First, he acknowledged the time of day with good morning. Second, he welcomed the customer specifically to the business. And third, he offered immediate assistance.
Exactly. But here's where people often mess up. They sound robotic. I remember when I first started, I would say the same greeting 100 times a day. And by customer number 50, I sounded like a bored robot. "Good morning, welcome to Sunrise Cafe." All one word, zero enthusiasm.
Oh no! So what changed?
My manager pulled me aside and said, "Johnny, pretend each customer is your best friend's mom. Would you greet her like that?" And suddenly it clicked. I started adding genuine warmth. "Good morning. Oh, it's great to see you. Welcome to Sunrise Cafe. What can I make for you today?"
That's such valuable advice. Making it personal transforms everything. Now, let's talk about different types of greetings for different situations. Johnny, what if you're answering a phone call?
Phone greetings follow a slightly different formula. You need to identify yourself and your company clearly because the customer can't see you. Here's what I would say. "Thank you for calling Riverside Hotel. This is Johnny speaking. How may I assist you today?"
Beautiful. Let me break down why that works. Thank you for calling immediately makes the customer feel appreciated. Then you clearly state the company name, crucial because they might have dialed multiple numbers. Then you introduce yourself by name, which creates accountability and builds trust. Finally, you offer help.
And here's a pro tip. Smile while you're talking on the phone. I know it sounds weird because they can't see you, but people can absolutely hear a smile in your voice. It changes your tone completely.
That's scientifically proven, actually. When you smile, it opens up your vocal cords and makes your voice sound warmer and more friendly. Now, what about email greetings?
Email is interesting because you have more time to craft your message, but you also lose the personal touch of voice and facial expressions. I like to start with, "Dear Mr. Thompson," or if it's less formal, "Hi Jennifer," followed by, "Thank you for contacting Riverside Hotel. I hope this message finds you well."
Excellent. The key with email is striking the right balance between professional and friendly. Now, let's move to the next crucial phase, actually helping the customer. Johnny, what are some essential phrases for offering assistance?
Oh, I have a whole arsenal. Let me give you my favorites. "What brings you in today?" "How can I make your day better?" "I'd be happy to help you with that." "Let me see what I can do for you." "I'll take care of that right away."
Those are all fantastic. Notice how each one is proactive and positive. You're not just waiting for the customer to demand something, you're actively offering solutions. Can you give us a real conversation example?
Absolutely. Let me set the scene. I'm working at an electronics store and a customer walks in looking confused. "Good afternoon. Welcome to Tech Haven. I notice you're looking around. Are you searching for something specific, or would you like me to give you a quick tour of what we have today?"
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, I need a laptop for my daughter. She's starting university, but I have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm completely lost.
I completely understand. Laptop shopping can feel overwhelming. The good news is, I'm here to make this easy for you. Let me ask you a few quick questions so I can point you in the right direction. What will your daughter mainly be using the laptop for? Schoolwork, design, gaming, or a mix of everything?
Perfect. See what Johnny did there? First, he validated the customer's feelings. I completely understand. That's empathy, and it's gold in customer service. Then he reassured her, I'm here to make this easy. Finally, he asked clarifying questions to provide better service.
Thanks, Sarah. And here's something crucial. Asking questions isn't just about getting information. It shows you're genuinely interested in helping them find the right solution, not just making a sale.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, difficult situations. Johnny, you've handled countless upset customers. What's your approach?
Oh boy, yeah. Angry customers were the toughest part of the job, not gonna lie. But I learned that the key is staying calm and using what I call the AAA approach. Acknowledge, apologize, act.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, so let me give you a real scenario. I once had a customer who ordered a cake for her son's birthday, and we completely messed up the order. She came in furious, and rightfully so. Here's how it went. Ma'am, I can see you're very upset, and I want you to know I completely understand why. This was supposed to be a special day for your son. That's the acknowledge part, recognizing their feelings.
That's so important. Never dismiss someone's emotions, even if you think they're overreacting.
Exactly. Then came the apologize. I am so sorry this happened. This is absolutely not the level of service we stand for, and we let you down. Notice I didn't make excuses. I didn't say, oh, we were really busy or the new employee made a mistake. Just a genuine apology.
And the customer can tell the difference between a genuine apology and a brush-off.
100%. Finally, the act part. Here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm calling our head baker personally, and we're going to remake this cake exactly as you ordered it within the next 2 hours. We'll deliver it to your home at no charge, and I'm going to refund your entire payment. Additionally, I'm giving you a voucher for your next 3 orders on us. Does that work?
Wow, that's comprehensive. You gave her an immediate solution, a timeline, and went above and beyond to make it right.
And here's the kicker. She became one of our regular customers. She told everyone about how we handled the mistake. Sometimes how you handle problems matters more than not having problems at all.
That's such a powerful lesson. Now, let's talk about specific phrases for difficult situations. What should you say when you can't immediately help someone?
Great question. You never want to just say no or I can't do that. Instead, focus on what you can do. For example, I understand what you're looking for. While I don't have that exact item in stock right now, I can offer you this alternative which has similar features, or I can order the exact one you want and have it here by Thursday. Which would you prefer?
Perfect. You're giving options and maintaining control of the conversation positively. What about when someone asks for a manager?
Ah, the dreaded manager request. Here's my approach. I absolutely can get my manager for you. Before I do, I want to make sure I understand your concern completely so I can brief them and we can resolve this as quickly as possible. Can you tell me exactly what you need?
Smart. You're not refusing, but you're also trying to solve it yourself first. Sometimes customers just need to feel heard.
Exactly. And honestly, about 60% of the time, after they explained everything to me again, we'd actually resolve it without needing the manager at all.
Now let's talk about positive language versus negative language. This is a game changer. Johnny, can you give us some examples?
Oh yes, this transformed my entire approach. Instead of saying, we don't have that in stock, say, that item will be available next week. Instead of, you can't return this without a receipt, say, with a receipt, I can process this return immediately for you.
See the difference? You're reframing everything positively. What you can do, not what you can't do.
Here are more examples. Instead of, "That's not my department," say, "The best person to help you with that is Maria in accounting. Let me walk you over and introduce you." Instead of, "You'll have to wait," say, "I'll have that ready for you in about 5 minutes."
Love it. Now let's discuss some advanced techniques. What about upselling or suggesting additional products without being pushy?
This is an art form. The secret is to make it about genuinely enhancing their experience, not about making more money. Let me demonstrate. Sarah, pretend you just ordered a coffee from me.
As a customer, hi, can I get a medium latte, please?
Absolutely. One medium latte coming up. Just so you know, we just got in these amazing fresh-baked almond croissants this morning, and they pair perfectly with our lattes. They're still warm. Would you like to add one to your order?
As a customer? Oh, that does sound good. Sure, why not?
Back to himself. See what happened there? I used several techniques. I mentioned it's new. I made it sound appealing with sensory words like fresh-baked and warm. I connected it to what they already ordered, and I asked a gentle question instead of being pushy.
Perfect demonstration. The key is timing and relevance. Now, what about handling complaints about pricing?
Pricing objections are tough. I learned never to be defensive. Instead, I understand price is an important consideration. Let me explain what makes this worth the investment. This product comes with a 3-year warranty, free lifetime technical support, and it's made with materials that will last significantly longer than cheaper alternatives. When you break down the cost per use over its lifetime, it actually saves you money.
Excellent! You're not lowering the price or apologizing for it, you're adding value to justify it. What about when someone says, "I saw this cheaper online"?
That's great that you did your research. I appreciate informed customers. Some online retailers can offer lower prices, but here's what you get when you purchase from us today: immediate availability, our expert staff for questions or issues, easy returns right here in store, and we stand behind this product personally. Many customers find that peace of mind is worth the difference. Plus, you get to take it home right now instead of waiting for shipping.
Brilliant! You acknowledged their point but highlighted your unique value. Now let's talk about closing the conversation. This is just as important as opening it.
Absolutely. You want to leave the customer feeling satisfied and welcomed back. Here are my go-to closing phrases. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Thank you so much for choosing to shop with us. We really appreciate your business. Please don't hesitate to come back if you need anything else.
And here's a critical detail. Always thank them even if they didn't buy anything. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
Yes, because they might not buy today, but they'll remember the positive experience and come back later. I can't tell you how many times someone came back weeks later saying, "You helped me last time, and I remembered how nice you were."
That's the power of excellent customer service. Now let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. Johnny, what did you see people do wrong most often?
Oh man, where do I start? The biggest one is using negative filler words. Things like, "Unfortunately," "I'm afraid," "the problem is," "we can't." These immediately create a negative atmosphere.
Can you give us a before and after example?
Sure, wrong. "Unfortunately, that item is out of stock, and I'm afraid we won't have it until next month. The problem is our supplier is delayed." Better, "That item has been so popular it's temporarily sold out. The good news is we're getting a new shipment in 2 weeks, and I can reserve one for you if you'd like." Many customers actually appreciate the wait because it means they're getting our most sought-after product.
Wow, same information, completely different energy. What's another common mistake?
Using jargon or technical terms without explaining them. I worked with a guy who would say things like, "The SKU is backordered in our POS system, so you'll need to contact our fulfillment center for an ETA."
Oh no, the customer probably had no idea what he just said.
Exactly. Instead, speak in plain, clear language. "That specific item is currently out of stock in our computer system, so I'll need to call our warehouse to find out exactly when we'll have more available. Give me just 2 minutes to check that for you."
Much better. What about tone of voice?
Huge. Your words can be perfect, but if your tone is bored, annoyed, or condescending, the message falls apart. I once heard a coworker say to a customer, "Sir, like I already explained," with this exasperated tone, and the customer immediately escalated. Same words delivered patiently would have been fine.
That's so true. Even the phrase calm down can make someone angrier if said in the wrong tone.
Oh, absolutely. Never tell someone to calm down. That's customer service 101. Instead, say things like, "I understand this is frustrating," or "Let's work together to fix this."
Now let's talk about cultural sensitivity in customer service. This is increasingly important in our global world. Johnny, any experiences there?
Yes, I learned that different cultures have different expectations. In some cultures, making direct eye contact is respectful and shows you're engaged. In others, it can be seen as confrontational. Some customers want to chat and build rapport first, while others prefer you get straight to business.
So what's the solution?
Read the customer. Pay attention to their cues. If they're making small talk, engage with it briefly. If they seem in a hurry, be efficient. Mirror their energy level to some extent, and always be respectful of cultural differences in communication style.
Excellent advice. Now let's talk about written customer service, emails and chat support. The principles are similar, but there are unique considerations. Johnny, what's different about written communication?
The biggest thing is you lose tone of voice, so you have to be extra careful with word choice. What might sound friendly when spoken can seem cold or sarcastic in writing. I always recommend 1. Use complete sentences and proper grammar. You instead of why you looks unprofessional.
2. Use polite softeners like please, thank you, and I appreciate your patience.
3. Use exclamation points sparingly. Too many makes you seem unprofessional. See how annoying that is?
Yes, 1 or 2 per email is plenty. What about response time?
Super important. Even if you don't have the answer yet, acknowledge you received their message. Thank you for your email. I'm looking into this for you and will have a complete answer within 24 hours. That shows respect for their time.
And it manages expectations. Now, let's discuss some role-specific scenarios. What about restaurant customer service?
Oh, restaurants are interesting because you're not just selling a product, you're selling an experience. I worked in restaurants before retail. Here's a typical interaction. "Good evening. My name is Johnny, and I'll be taking care of you tonight. Can I start you off with something to drink while you look over the menu?"
Just water for now, thanks.
Perfect. I'll get that right out for you. By the way, tonight's specials are absolutely fantastic. We have a pan-seared salmon with lemon butter sauce and a grass-fed ribeye with truffle mash. Both are chef's favorites. I'll give you a few minutes to decide, but I'll be right back with your waters.
Great! You gave them immediate attention, mentioned specials enticingly, and then gave them space. That's the balance restaurants need.
Exactly. And throughout the meal, you check in without hovering. How is everything tasting? Can I get you any refills? And here's a special trick. When you bring the check, say, "There's no rush at all," whenever you're ready.
That takes the pressure off. Now, what about hotel customer service?
Hotels are all about anticipating needs. "Welcome to Ocean View Hotel. You must be Mr. and Mrs. Chen. We've been expecting you. How was your journey?" Starting with their name makes it personal. Then, "I have you in a king room on the 5th floor with an ocean view. I've also noted you're celebrating your anniversary. Congratulations. We've arranged a complimentary bottle of champagne in your room."
Wow, that's going above and beyond. That's the kind of service that creates loyalty.
Absolutely. In hotels, you're not just providing a room, you're providing a home away from home.
Now, let's talk about call center customer service. This has unique challenges because it's all voice, no visual cues.
Call centers are intense. You need to be extra clear and methodical. Here's my approach. First, let them explain completely without interrupting. Second, summarize back what you heard. Okay, so if I understand correctly, you were charged twice for the same transaction last Tuesday, is that right? Third, explain your solution step by step. Fourth, confirm they understand and are satisfied before ending the call.
And always get their contact information in case you get disconnected.
Yes, let me make sure I have the best number to reach you just in case we get disconnected accidentally. Is this the best number? Shows you're prepared and professional.
Excellent. Now, Johnny, I want to ask you something personal. After 10 years in customer service, what was the most important lesson you learned?
You know, Sarah, it's that every single customer is a real person having a real day. Some days they're having the best day of their life, and some days everything's going wrong. My job wasn't just about transactions, it was about treating people with dignity and respect, regardless of how they treated me. I learned that hurt people. So when someone was rude to me, instead of taking it personally, I thought, what might be happening in their life right now?
That's profound, and it probably changed how you responded to difficult people.
Completely. I once had a man yell at me about a pizza taking too long. Instead of being defensive, I said, I can hear this is really important to you. Bad day? And he just deflated. Turned out his kid was sick, his wife was angry at him, and he just wanted to do one thing right by bringing home dinner on time. We ended up talking for 5 minutes, I expedited his order, and he actually apologized and thanked me.
That's beautiful. You gave him something more valuable than fast service. You gave him humanity.
Exactly. And that's what customer service really is. Human connection wrapped in a transaction.
I love that. Now, before we wrap up, let's give our viewers some quick-fire phrases they can start using immediately. Johnny, rapid fire, go.
I'd be happy to help with that. Let me take care of that for you right away. I can definitely understand why you'd want that. What would be most helpful for you? I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. Is there anything else I can do to make this right?
Perfect. And remember, everyone, customer service English isn't just about memorizing phrases. It's about genuinely caring about helping people and communicating that care through your words and actions.
The phrases we taught today are tools, but your attitude is what makes them work. You can say all the right words with the wrong attitude and it falls flat. But genuine kindness shines through even imperfect grammar.
So true. Practice these conversations with friends, record yourself to hear how you sound, and remember, every interaction is a chance to make someone's day a little bit better.
All right, everyone, we've covered so much today. We talked about greetings, handling difficult situations, positive language, upselling techniques, closing conversations, avoiding common mistakes, and so much more.
The key takeaways? Be genuine. Be empathetic. Focus on what you can do, and remember that customer service is about human connection, not just transactions.
Practice these phrases and approaches, and you'll see your confidence grow every single day. Customer service English isn't just a professional skill, it's a life skill that helps you communicate better in all situations.
If you found this helpful, please subscribe to Native Speakers. We release comprehensive English lessons like this every week, covering everything from business English to casual conversations to advanced grammar.
Hit that notification bell so you never miss a lesson, and leave us a comment telling us what customer service situations you find most challenging. We read every comment and use them to create future content.
And remember, you've got this. Every native speaker you hear was once learning too. The difference between them and you is just practice and time.
Practice, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next lesson.
Take care, everyone.
Happy learning!